Hello again, it's Amanda. Now I'm back to record, I think, 4 tiles. I'm going to try to do 4 tiles using these 4 colors. Powder blue, Windsor blue, titanium white, and silver. All from this Windsor & Newton Galeria acrylics. And I mixed them up a couple days ago. They're stored in my little cups. And I'm going to open them up and see if they need any water or anything. I don't think I put any water in these. They're just Floetrol and paint. And I will be back in a minute. Hi, it's Amanda. I don't know if I added the video of me layering my paints in my cups or not, so I'm going to start on my second tile out of these colors. I have touched it with paint on my hand and it's on the side a little bit, but the new paint will cover it, so it'll be fine. This cup is layered with silver, powder blue, white, Windsor blue, and silver on top. So I'm just going to try to flip it without making a big mess and see what happens. Whoops. I started too far over. This is my second of 4. I may end up with an extra 5th one, I'm not sure. You can see my first one over there off to this. You might be able to see my first one over there off to the side. I layered all 4 cups, and I'm doing each tile as a separate video, I think, so that they're not too long. And these cups have been sitting over here for a little while now, and they're starting to change the way they look just from sitting. So the paints are already mixing together. I think that's kind of cool. I might want to take this and scrape under the sides of that tile while I wait. Nah, it's fine. It is fine. It will drip and then it will be fine, as long as it doesn't drip on the floor. Whenever I'm done with all 4 of them, I'll scrape around the sides of all of them. Okay, this paint, I can see the silver has separated from the bottom of the cup, so we're just gonna lift it up and see what happens. Oh wow, that looks really pretty. I don't need to do the sides because there's way too much paint. I had to mix up extra paint because I went a little bit too heavy when I was layering my cups. So now I have too much paint. So it pretty much spreads and runs off on its own, except for the corners. So I'm just going to let it sit and do its thing for a minute. I will torch a little bit to see if that helps, but it's awful early. There's so much paint. I like the cells that come out on the top, but those might get run off. It looks like this big band of silver is going to push everything else out. I like these cells over here with the powder blue. Whenever I start tilting, I'll start tilting this way because I don't want it to all be silver. I don't know if you watched my last video or not, but while I'm waiting on this, I'll tell you that my inspiration for the colors is because my boyfriend coaches high school baseball, and the school colors are like a light blue and a dark blue, and then I picked silver because I don't have gray to represent like the baseball pants, I guess. I know that sounds silly, but if these turn out well, I'm intending to give them to my boyfriend as a gift, so that's why I chose these colors. I saw a little bubble pop. Okay, so it's doing its thing, but I'm a little bit impatient. So I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to tilt this way first because I don't like that. I don't want it to mostly be silver. So we'll go off that corner first, which didn't take much. And now, well, we don't have the corner actually, but I have paint on my gloves, so we'll just dab the corner. My dog hears kids playing outside, so she's growling. Oh no, we don't want to get rid of that dark blue. This one's going to have a lot of powder blue. So we'll go this way then, I guess. I'm sorry, you can't see that very well. And then go over this way. This one has a lot of powder blue. The last one had a lot of the Windsor blue. They're not the exact colors, but it's what I had. And I wanted to try this brand of paint. This brand of paint mixed up very well, very easily, and it made a really nice consistency. I didn't even have to add water to it, and I really liked the consistency that I got with it. I mean, my consistency isn't probably what a lot of other people prefer, but I've been liking it for these tiles and for the painting that I did before these tiles. I'm getting ready to leave for vacation tomorrow, so I'm trying to get some painting videos recorded so that I can edit them and have videos to upload while I'm away. I don't want to lose all of this blue that's going to come off over here. Why don't I scrape some of this powder blue so that I can fill the corner, so that as that runs off, maybe I don't lose every last bit of my Windsor blue. I don't know if that will work or not. Oh, was it tilts the silvers coming out underneath? Celia's still growling at the kids that she hears outside. Oh, she doesn't like me telling you that. Poor baby. Okay, so let's wipe underneath and make sure we have all the sides. And then we can sit it down and torch and see if anything else will pop up that we can stretch out. I only put 1 drop of silicone in like my second layer of color, and well, in my Windsor blue and my powder blue. What I did was each one I started with either silver or white, and then I did, on top of the silver or white, I added either powder blue or Windsor blue, and then I added the opposite, either white or silver, and then for the next color, which was the opposite, either Windsor blue or powder blue, that's where I added 1 drop of silicone. And then I had to mix up an extra batch of paint to finish layering with all my colors because I added a little bit too much. Okay, so this one is very powder blue. The last one was very Windsor blue. This one's very powder blue. I don't know if I tilt more, I know I'm gonna get more cells that come up when more paint runs off. But my first several paintings, I really tilted off way too much paint and I lost all my cells and I muddied everything. So this time around, what I'm trying to do is just cover my corners and leave it alone. And I've been liking my results a little bit better because I don't lose all my cells and I don't muddy everything that way. So I'm going to sit it down. I'm going to place it down, scrape some of this paint off of my glove into this little cup, and go ahead and scrape this off of the table before it sinks into this cup. I'm saving my leftover paints because I'm either going to try to mix them together and do a fifth tile and see what I get, or I'm either going to save them for a 5th tile, or I am going to add them with all of my other saved leftover paints so that I can do one big painting using all of my leftover paints. That looks really cool. I love how the silver cells kind of look like it's an indentation, but it's really not. I mean, it kind of is over here. But I've made some tiles before with silver, and it ends up drying very pretty. It's beautiful when it dries. And then when the tiles dry, they level themselves out. And I'm going to buy, I haven't bought it yet, but I'm going to buy Stone Coat countertop resin to seal these tiles with, so that after I put a couple coats on that, it should level out. Wow, that's pretty too. I mean, I could tilt some more and try to stretch those cells, try to run some more paint off, but like I said, I have a habit of doing that, and it turns out I lose everything that I like in the painting by doing that, so I don't think I'm going to do that today. It's going to keep dripping like this one over here, but I'll just scrape those drips off. Scrape these drips off. And by the time I finish all 4 paintings, I will poop. By the time I finish all 4 paintings, all 4 tiles, I'll go around and scrape the edges and make sure nothing's dripping too much. Okay. As it sits, more cells pop up. That's really cool. Whenever I first started, I thought you had to add a lot of silicone, and I thought you had to add a lot of silicone to every color. But I just added 1 drop I added 1 drop to 2 colors on just 1 tiny layer, and this is what happens. I'm gonna leave it alone and just see what happens. All those little cells popping up, like there's that voice in my head screaming, stretch all that stuff out, like make them bigger. But right now I'm trying not to overstretch. I'm trying not to ruin everything by overstretching. So I'm just gonna push this one to the side and be done. I need to check over here where I think I accidentally touched it though. Oh no, it's good. I'm messing up my pad, it's not flat. Okay, and at the end of the video, I will take some close-up pictures and put them at the end of the video. And thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share my videos with anyone who may be interested. I'm just learning how to do this, so what I do is not the end-all way to do things. It's just me experimenting and seeing what happens. So yeah, that's it. These are some videos that I took inside with my lamp and my LED ring light after I completed all of my tiles that I was recording at this time. And then coming up is where I take one photo and I rotate it all 4 directions, and then I put it in one collage. And next are photos where I took pictures of the tile outside, dry in the sunlight, so you can really see how the colors look different and more vivid once they're dry and they're outside in the sunlight. I really like this one. I hope that my boyfriend does too. And at the end, again, one of those where I took one photo and I rotated it all 4 directions and put it in a collage. Thanks for watching. Bye.